and the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Hot. Hot.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Throwing on first is Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. 3rd down here.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Wentz now to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the toe.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Gone!
They'll drop the throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. That's pulled in at the 32. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run with Ajayi. Broken, and he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And take it right on the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And right side, caught Hogan. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Lucky 56.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And this is going to be incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
What part did they run empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball. First
trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Back to throw here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him.
And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 1st down, Wentz. They still can't get it. And this one complete to Charcandrick West. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards.
Ram.
They'll try to run with a J. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far.
Great 15.
Wentz going to throw. So we reach halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Sunday.
They'll start out on the ground with a J. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
To throw is Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Room to run inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And now running right through it. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Wentz now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Shorty.
Now Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Working from the gun, Wentz. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage.
The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Open man right side is Ingram. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
And it caught up to him. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Ajayi. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The extra point now coming from Myers. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
Now it's the backup Lauletta to Barkley on the check down. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Lauletta. He'll let it go deep for into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's a handoff to a Giant to begin the drive. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bathema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is a Giant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Go.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Eagles have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Sunday.
And they'll go on the ground. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
3-19.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Desperation time on 4th down for Lauletta. And this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And a short gain here down to the 22. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
It looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ricardo Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
To Vecchio now to kick this one away. This will be taken way up by the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Eagles, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a man on the morning. I had a in my shoulder. You got to picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never look luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly. They call it for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. I wreck so much. Yeah. Big racks better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange out of my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the trolls. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the beat. My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Tupac tag on I got it in the bag now. Getting all type of cash. I'm a general true. I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean, I had a in my shoulder.